All right, everybody, it is a new day. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit defeated yesterday after we didn't make as much progress on the brakes as I wanted. Did a little bit of research last night. I'm not 100% sure what's going on. I'm pretty confident we just got a bad master cylinder. If you guys know something about that system I don't, please comment down below and let me know. But we still got plenty of other work to do on this thing, so let's keep on chugging along. I did actually go underneath there and finish changing out filters. This truck's actually got 3 oil filters on it. And it's got 2 transmission filters back there. And believe it or not, all the filters on this thing were changed relatively recent. And they are all Volvo filters, which is a good sign that somebody was trying to take good care of this truck at one point in time. I will say this much. Most of those filters are in very inconvenient places to get to. And I believe it's whenever Volvo went to the D series, which is like 2 years after this truck. All the filters are actually mounted right here on the front, and the hood folds away and becomes a step. Definitely a much improved design over what we got going on here. But we did get them all changed. I do have one filter for the fan drive that I'm waiting on it to come in, and I got 2 hydraulic filters I'm waiting for them to come in. But we'll get those changed as well. But first project for this morning is actually pulled. This thing's got 2 belts on it. What are you guys up to? Playing baseball? Who's winning?
Get Maggie out of here.
Why?
She keeps taking the ball over there.
Does that mean she's a good catcher?
Okay, well, that's what I said.
Yeah, exactly. You got to train her to get the ball and bring it back to you. Yeah. No. She'll work in your favor. Tell him, Deke. Tell him that's how it works.
This is my catcher.
Huh? Well, use Deke as the catcher then. Are you trying to play baseball and they won't let you? Is that the problem? Huh? So you just want to play too, don't you? All right, now we got the baseball catastrophe figured out. This thing's got 2 belts on it. Alternator belt, as you guys can see, is in pretty rough shape. And air conditioner belt, which it's not bad, but we got it off, so let's go ahead and change it. So let's see if we can get these things rolled on. I need to get these 2 belts on, and then we can put all the skid pans back up and get all that mess cleaned up. So here we go. First one that has to go on, boy, I almost just don't fit in here, is the alternator belt. See if we can get it started on there. We'll take the crank and twist her on in there. Oh, hope that wasn't important. Going, I think. Almost. Come on. So close. Got it. I think that's the more difficult of the 2. I think the other one will go on a little bit easier. Hopefully. Man, oh man, I don't know what this truck's got against me. I'm just trying to take care of it, but that is a major pain in the butt. Got the alternator belt on. It looks good. It's new and replaced. The air conditioner belt, I don't know if you guys are able to see me struggle in the video there a little bit. Let me go around the other side. I actually had to put the old one back on, which it looks to be in relatively good shape. It's in much better shape than what the alternator belt was. The new one I got looks like it's the same size. It will not go on there. And I have got to find a way to make this skid pan removable. If you guys remember from earlier in the video, they've got that pin welded in up there. It just makes it an absolute bear to work on anything underneath there. But that'll be a project for another day. Let's swing around and replace the air filters. I did check the air filters down in Florida at the auction. They're not horrible. They could probably be blown out, but I was able to pick up a couple new ones. So let's go ahead and flop those in there real quick. And I believe that will have all of the filters that we have on hand changed. We still got 2 hydraulic filters and 1 fan drive filter to change, but they're on order. So let's get that changed out, and then we'll go back to topping off fluids and greasing. See what behind the door. We're fine. See the filter. Don't look horrible, but it does have some dirt in it. Figured we're putting new stuff in, we'll put new stuff in. That was fairly easy. Something went right for a change. Definitely looked like she's been working in Florida. Got some good old-fashioned Florida sand in the filter there. All right, I think we're done underneath here now, so I'm gonna let you guys watch me struggle here. I'm gonna try to go ahead and get all those skid pans back up underneath there. That way we can roll from one end of the truck to the other. We need to check all the oil in the transfer case, or the drop box, I think they call it, and all three differentials, and make sure we're good there. So, wish I had some help here, but I don't. So let's see if we can get that. See if we can get them up there. All right, got all the skid pans back up. That actually wasn't near as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Next thing we need to do is check fluid in these differentials. I'm fully expecting this one to be a little bit on the low side, considering, whoops, we got a leak over there. Oh yeah, it's down in there, but it's definitely a little bit low. So let me pump a little bit up in there. We'll make sure we're good to go for a while. And we'll move on. There it is, guys. Finally got it. I have got to get me a little air pump or something. That thing will wear a guy out. But she is topped off. All right, guys, sorry, I forgot the camera when I come back here, but pulled this plug out. It's completely full. This one here is just slightly milky. Probably be a good idea to change it sooner rather than later. I don't have enough oil to do it here right now, so we're gonna let that slide for just a little bit. This one back here was full, and it looked pretty good, so that's definitely good news. Let's head back up and, well, hello, Deke. How you, buddy? Got the life being a dog. Let's head up and check the drop box. Take it out of here somehow. This one has actually got a little bitty dipstick right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is all but full, and that oil looks pretty good. So I think we're good to go on that one. Next project I want to tackle is these battery terminals. Let me pop this little hatch open for you. And somebody's been in here doing some rigging. That one's loose. That one's about broken too. That one don't look too bad. This one here is all kinds of jerry-rigged, to say the least. So I got some new ends. Let's pull those out of there and see if we can get some new stuff crimped on there and make them a little bit nicer. Looks like we need to put 3 new ends on. You guys see that thing? She is in pretty rough shape. I'm probably gonna have to crimp that one in the machine. Let's go do the other ones first. We'll come back to that one. So this is the crossover cable. This is a 24-volt system, obviously. So this is the crossover cable between the 2 batteries, and you guys can see both ends are pretty rough. So I actually had an old cable. I think this is left over from the 850B fire project. Cut a section out of it. I got some black heat shrink on one side, some red heat shrink on the other side. And this is the system I've had pretty good luck with over the years, is these crimp connectors. So we'll get that slid on there. You're gonna need both hands to do that. Then it'll actually go down in, what I'll do with it, the crimper. We'll give that a few good smacks with a hammer right there. Should be good to go. Let's see if we can get her together. All right, we'll do one side at a time. Our connector, almost not big enough for the wire size we got, but there she goes. Smack with a hammer. Set you guys over there where hopefully you can see. Slide that down in there. Get her centered up. And then wham! You guys see? Slide that over, heat shrink it, perfect! So there's the one we took out right there, guys. Here is the one we made. It looks way better. Should do us a pretty good job. The only challenge, or the only flaw with my system here on crimping these is we actually have to do this one in the machine. This one actually snakes up and around and actually goes to the starter, I believe, over there on the other side. So this here looks pretty solid. I think we're going to attempt to crimp it right here in the machine. Let's see how this goes. Well, that did not go as planned so far. Well, check it out, guys. It didn't turn out too shabby. It's not perfect, but it is a whole lot better than this janky stuff that was on there, and should be a whole lot safer. So let's close the door on this little project here and move on to the next one. I think our next project is actually going to be in the cab. We got a dash panel that is pretty loose. I got some stuff to tighten it up, so let's do that. And we're getting pretty close to the end of the list of parts I have available, so I'll take it for a test drive and see what we got. Well, like I said before, guys, the cab in this thing is pretty doggone nice. None of the plastic's busted up, all of it's here, but one thing is this panel right here was a little bit loose and all these clips were missing. I was able to pick up something pretty close or pretty similar to a local hardware store. I had to put just a small little notch in there, but that should slide right up in there like that and snap in. Same thing down here in this corner, just a small little notch. Should slide in and fit just like so. Hard to do one-handed, but I think we got her in there. And then hopefully we can gently put this thing back up here like so. Put a few screws in that thing and get it secured so it's not bouncing around all over the place. All right, let me set you guys down so I can use both hands. Check that out. Nice and secure. Mucho better. Like it. All right, knocking out small little projects left and right. I'm sure several of you guys have noticed by now the truck is leaning a little bit because we got a low tire. And you're like, well, why don't you just throw air in the tire and air it up and level it out? Well, it's quite simple because this truck has what I call the large bore valve stems. And I couldn't find my large bore, say that 3 times fast, large bore valve stem chuck. So I had to order one off the old interweb, and she just showed up here today. So see if we can get this plugged in. We'll throw a little bit of air in that tire, let it level itself back up a little bit. That tire was actually that low in Florida. I thought for sure I had a leak in it, but I'm beginning to think that it's just low. So take a second for that to air up. Need to check transmission fluid, and we got to put our rain cap flapper thingy on. Looks a little bit better. She's sitting up there a little bit straighter than what she was. Need to get my tire pressure gauge in. I don't want to overinflate it, so we just got it close, but unfortunately, I found another problem down here. I'll show you guys real quick. What are you up to, little man?
Playing basketball.
Playing basketball? You guys see that black thing up there? That's the exact same thing we got on the back. It's got one master cylinder on this side. It comes down and operates the calipers on the back side of this axle. If you guys look right there, there's another one, and that actuates the calipers, which are on the front side of the axle. Well, this one over here, the hose that feeds the brake fluid in the top of it was broke off. So I thought this axle was all good, but apparently it wasn't. But I did get the hose spliced back up. I don't know if you guys can see it right there with my light shining at, and got it going back in there. And I've actually got it there's a gravity draining right now. So let's let that gravity drain out while we throw the rain cap on the top. All right, we got our flapper on. You ready to fire this thing up and check for air leaks and transmission fluid? Mm-hmm. You want to start it? You know how?
This way?
Yep, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. There it goes. Let's go check for leaks. Oh, rain flap's working. Oh, here we go. We got a digger. Test drive? Yeah. All right, come in. You in your seat?
Yeah.
So you even gotta put your seatbelt on, huh? You worried about this trip? All right, first thing we gotta do is put the bed down. You gonna do it?
Yeah, this way?
Yeah, push it that way. Keep pushing. You coming down?
Yeah.
I don't know, we may have to do something about that rain flap up there, Gaddy. It's awful noisy, you hear it?
Yeah.
It's coming down. Boom. All right, I gotta take the parking brake off, so pull this one, you gotta pull that up and pull it back to you. And we're gonna put her in reverse. Oh, here we go. Make sure we got some brakes. Yeah, we got some brakes. Got one problem, Gunner.
What?
We got no Pepsi holder.
No holder.
Yeah, you got to. You ready?
Yeah.
See this thing's got? Here we go. Oh, here's second gear, it's third gear. Madness. Well, Gunner, we got our first test for 6-wheel drive. You see the tire back here and the mirror spinning? Let's hold on, let's see what we got here. Should be 6-wheel drive there. All right, you ready to see what we got?
I can just see the tire spinning from here. All going up and the tire just moved. So now we know it doesn't go through mud.
Well, 6-wheel drive's working, but for some reason our lockers side to side aren't working, so we got to figure that out. That's the whole purpose of the test drive, though, is figure out what else we got to do. Well, guys, unfortunately, that's where we're going to have to wrap this one up. I am running out of time, and I have ran out of parts. Not going to lie, didn't quite get as far as I'd hoped. I was really hoping we at least have some good brakes on this thing and have a job site ready to give her a little test run and see what we got. But overall, we did find some more issues that I was not aware of, but it's an auction buy. I guess I was kind of expecting that a little bit, but for the most part, I'm pretty confident at this part we got some good bones. The engine seems to run good, transmission seems to shift good, all the drivetrain seems to work pretty good with the exception of the lockers that lock the side to side together, and I believe that is an air problem. There's some air over, or electric problem. There's some electric over air switches in there, and I don't know if we got a fuse pop. I need to get a book on this thing and track a little bit of that stuff down. But on the next video, I need to figure out what's going on with that master cylinder, try to come up with a book so we can chase down some of these other gremlins. But so far I'm pretty happy with it. Anxious to haul the first load. I'm not for sure if the little ding and rain flap thing is going to last, but that's kind of a temporary fix too. Eventually I'd like to get this thing in the shop and redo that whole mess and make it look a little bit better. We just got to keep chipping away at it, guys. Just got to keep chipping away at it. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this because I do want to get back to Lieutenant Dan, but I at least want to get this thing to where we can use it if we need it. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give the video a big old thumbs up. Want to make sure you don't miss out on what we do next. Just consider subscribing. So either way, guys, hopefully we'll catch you on the next one. Tell them bye.